Oh, hi everybody. Very good afternoon. Saturday, close to mid noon. I'm Justin Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of I'm Decor and Design. We're in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions. And we are almost in spring, and we're going to have the weather changing to little summers and stuff like that. So I'm doing a share, giving you about three or four or five pointers on how to kind of improvise your home and office and interior, decor. It can be a hotel, it can be a villa, it can be your rooms, it can be a banquet, it can be a library, it can be a bookshop, it can be a coffee shop, it can be your own TV room, a studio, or whatever. So the point is that now with the weather changing and everything, and things getting better, and the spring is being in and all that, you're going to see a lot of plants. We already see flowers and flora, beautiful everywhere in Delhi NCR, and luckily Delhi is quite nicely maintained and stuff in the areas which are non-traffic and stuff, and there is a lot of improvement, and there's a lot of creativity on the walls, under the flyovers, in the metro stations, and the land, the high rise buildings and stuff. We have a lot of creativity and expression there and stuff, and culturally also we are extremely rich. So the point is this, that when you look at all of that, you would want to have something creative happening at your house as well. So a few tips which are actually also reckoners for feng shui or good energy. So when you buy planters, I'm coming to plants number one. When you buy planters and stuff, make sure that you buy planters which are colors which are soothing and relaxing, and not very loud, because what happens is that colors kind of bog down a lot of people at times in summers and stuff. So always a good idea to buy neutral shades. And yes, of course, you can include, on the contrary, also maybe one or two small pieces of colorful stuff, because it also uplifts you and makes you feel good and adds more energy and chi to the rooms. So try and avoid tumblers which have got these spikes. You'll see like containers or planters which have got spikes, or the fire, kind of. I mean, they look fiery and stuff like that. So avoid those, because if you have spikes, or if you have those ones which have got these corners which are pointing upwards like spears and stuff, it could mean not a very calm and peaceful environment at home and stuff. Number two is that many people are going to keep their windows and doors open with the weather changing and stuff. It's not that cold anymore. AQI is even better. I mean, it was close to 50 yesterday. So looking at the positive, if you've got a bed or you've got a sofa behind your windows, make sure that you can change the composition of the room or the layer of the room. Normally, they say that avoiding windows behind a sofa or a bed makes more sense, because this is where the energy comes in and energy goes out. And if you really want to have long windows, or you have small windows, try and tone these down or deck these up with nicely done curtains, or you have some nice hangings and everything, which add peace and calmness to your room and stuff. Especially the long windows, or the ones which have the door like looks and stuff, or the small windows, you could do something creative and stuff. The idea is to not have energy coming in. If you got an AC right on your head, or if you got a beam on your head, avoid that, because sleeping under a beam means you've got weight on your head and stuff. So it's not a very good idea. And the AC right on your head, again, a bad bed, because it's going to have ventilation and the air coming on your head. So you may wake up with headaches, you may wake up feeling lethargic and stuff. In cases where you can't avoid that, you can try and alternate between a window AC to a split AC, or maybe you can have it installed in a certain manner that probably you can avoid the air on your head by uh, relocating your beds and your sofas and stuff like that. Okay, lighting is the most important, because lighting makes a lot of difference. I mean, look at this. I mean, you feel so good in natural light and stuff, and you come back home from well-lit environments and stuff, and you used to low lighting and stuff. It's a bad bet, because it brings down your mood, and people get into blues and lower state of mind with less lighting before sleeping. Of course, maybe half an hour or an hour Before that, you can dim the lights and stuff. Also, when you're watching TV, you don't want to kind of have a bad eyesight, so maintain a distance of at least 12 feet minimum and have a good lighting and everything. And rather than having too many lamps in the house, the solution is you get interesting chandeliers, or you get these interesting vintage lighting lamps and stuff, or you get maybe tube lights which change color and stuff. So try and install more of the bigger elements if there is no room for lights. Even in smaller apartments, a lot of people share this or have this issue or complaint that the architect has not designed the house or the space in a certain manner where don't have too much of light, only one electric connection for this. So maybe you can buy an assortment of 4 5 lights or something, and in Hindi it's called the Jhumar. If you can have something which is a chandelier kind of a thing, always a good idea to have those in the house because they have light reflecting in. So if it's a small space or if it's a big space and the light reflects and passes through, sorry, and it feels good to you because it kind of gives a genuine daylight, and in the night you can have bright lights and stuff while reading or entertaining guests or even watching TV or just kind of cozying around and stuff like that. Okay. Washrooms, most important. Washrooms, the most important and the most crucial part. That's where your day starts from. So you have to make sure the lighting is working good. You have to make sure that your pots are clean, and after you've used the pot and it's clean and stuff, make sure that the lid of the flush is downwards because that also kind of makes sure that you don't have negative chi happening. Make sure your drains are clean and stuff. You can put these jalis or you can put these I don't know what they call it in Hindi. In English, you can have these. I don't know what's the technical word. I'm sorry, I've not practiced this, but you have these metallic plate-like thing with holes in those. So you can use those where your hair and uh, your hair doesn't get stuck much and stuff, and you can just kind of make sure that after having a head wash or something, you're feeling good, and there's not much mess in the washroom and stuff. If you have too many bottles, empty bottles of shampoos, toothpaste, or deodorants, or you have let's say conditioners and stuff, make sure you use or keep only the ones which are handy, the ones that you're using. Try and store the other ones in some other places. Maybe you can designate a storage space like a cupboard or maybe a drawer or something, because washroom is all about functionality and stuff. Have clean towels, have nice curios placed. You can have nice beautiful lamps placed there. You can have nice mats and rugs and stuff. You can have greenery there, and you can make sure that you have probably uh, I'm sorry, my ears kind of making that noise again. And you can probably have sprays, which are the room fresheners and stuff. So each time you exit a washroom, make sure you spray that so the next person who comes in feels good. One tip which I normally recommend to people in houses is to have these beautiful lamps, natural lamps. You have these amazing, incense oils and stuff. So use those because they kind of accentuate and make you feel good. If you've been in a chaotic posh area, you've been in a traffic zone, you come back feeling a little stressed or tired and stuff. The moment you have the fragrance of that going in your system, you feel as if everything in your mind and everything is opened up and stuff. Same as with room fresheners and stuff. Try and use more of incense sticks every day, morning and evening. And trust me, where I stay, I think all the neighbors have called on to this habit. Each one of us has at least incense sticks called dhoop in Hindi on our floors and stuff to make sure that we have a lot of khushbu when you're stepping out of the house, and everything is positive. Trespassers or people who come in and come leave feel good. The lighting is good. The exit and entry of your house, you could always install good lighting and stuff so that any person who comes from outside also feels good and stuff, and you can have a warm welcoming home. And it alters your state of mind and you feel good and stuff. Try and installing maximum mirrors. Mirrors is the best bet if you got a room which is you're not fond of art, you're not fond of wallpapers and stuff, and you want to maximize lighting. Get big frame mirrors or round mirrors and stuff, because that's positive energy again. Try and fill up your house or your rooms or spaces, nooks and corners with flowers. And if you're using flowers and the real ones are not available, you can always use artificial ones. But try using artificial flowers which are very close to the real ones and stuff, and they don't have these local leaves and stuff, because when you have artificial plastic and stuff with those dirty leaves and stuff, they kind of bring in negative energy and stuff. So try and using something like this which is real. So get something which is close to real. It might look a little dirty and stuff because it's been on the wall, but you see, I mean, the bloom is positive, okay? So these little tips help you. Also, when you have these plants, make sure all your plants are clean. People don't know this. Kindly go on to video 2.